Should you don't have a transparent and a fixed pricing, you're gonna be like my ex. Talk shit about me, look down upon me, until she found out I'm secretly rich. Nah, I'm just joking lah, yo. I'm rich, but it's not a secret. So if you're doing video, if you're doing graphic, if you're doing website design, if you're doing digital marketing, strap in. This is gonna be a very taboo, very heated, very, it might change your perspective on things. So let's start off with, what is the reason for pricing? You spend this much of time and effort to do something, you expect this much of money in return. Fair. Which is where we always mark ourselves too short or too much depending on the situation. So the fundamental of pricing, it all goes down to a very simple term of economy. That means supply and demand. A McDonald's burger costs 7 ringgit. I haven't eaten McDonald's for a long time already. I eat Subway a lot, because going to age already, cannot eat too much of fast food. It's gonna stuck in your body forever one. They cost maybe 1 to 2 ringgit to make, and then they sell you for 7 ringgit, they earn 5 ringgit profit. Let's take my industry for an example. Let's bring it back to my industry, video. A lot of people, they see the demand part, but they forget about the supply part. A lot of us actually start doing it without putting a cost on ourselves. Let's say we sell a video for like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever price you name it. Once the 2,000 comes in, how much you need to pay for that job itself? Some of you say, hey, no lah, 2,000 go exactly to my pocket ma, so I can, that is my cost, that is my profit, all jump out at the same time. That is the problem for a lot of freelancers. They take the money from the demand side without thinking of the supply. But when you wanted to grow a business, then you'll face an issue. How much should I hire people? How much should I start charging people based on the cost? So now, there is 3 portions already. Supply, demand, and the profit part. Now you see it very clearly already. It's no longer just supply and profit. So once you understand the basic of supply and demand on how the pricing works, you can start to learn how to start charging your customers already. So this is the thing that I didn't know 4 years ago until I met my partner Hagens and he taught me about all these things. For pricing, there is a very straightforward formula for that. There's always a 60-40. The 60 is the profit that you are taking, the 40 is the cost you are paying. So that is the golden rule. The reason why I say this is because if you think about it, a company is all about growing your team. If you have lesser profit, gross profit I mean, you have less resources for you to train new people, do branding marketing. Hell, branding marketing is already costing like 20% to 30% of your entire budget. And remember, that is for per project basis. That means one project is 1,000, you better get in 600 for your gross profit. 40% is your cost. You must ensure that this 40% is actually the market rate. The market rate that allows you to hire people in case you fall sick. You can use this money to go outside and hire people with a very reasonable rate. So that is a very healthy 60-40 pricing system. Now, let's break it down. 1,500 for event video. That is the amount of money that people are willing to pay for video event highlights. So 60% is actually 900 ringgit. So you are taking that 900 ringgit as your profit. So the entire thing you can afford to do is only 600 ringgit budget. Just in case that you cannot make it to the shoot, you have that money to go and hire people so that you take the 900 and the other person take 600. Now, the second key point of having a very firm pricing is for you to have integrity, your branding, your personal value in the industry. There is a very good case scenario that I can share with you why this one is so important. There is one client actually come and find us to do a video interview for their team. They obviously have budget one. They tell us what they need and we propose a fixed pricing for them. And then they say, why not you round it up to a higher amount so I can ask the management to release a better payment. We say by email that this is our fixed pricing. If you wanted to pay more, we can allocate that extra amount to the next video as a deposit. So the next time you do a video with us, you can deduct the deposit from there. And you might be surprised, from that short conversation, the next email comes in is their CC boss. the manager deal with us ma. The boss came in and say, wow, this is a very good practice from you guys. Thank you so much for being so upfront. I have 2-3 more projects. This manager helped me to relay the information to them so that they know what to do and how to propose better. Integrity goes a long way. Trust me. When they trust you can actually provide a very solid, transparent pricing, it all goes very long on. You know, in the future, they might even come back to ask for advice and they will no longer leave you. So this is the very important part about pricing. Just imagine I say, hey, can lah, no problem. Higher a bit, then I mark up lor. What's the point of that? I earn 200, then I lost 10,000. That's so high like that. If you are still new to the market, it's okay. It's up to you to go and test water, go and copy other people's pricing and see what works, what doesn't. But once you have a very specific industry knowledge already, firm down the pricing as much as possible. And remember from my last episode, we talked about details, and pricing is one of them. Go as detailed as possible, make sure all the details are there so that it's very transparent. When they wanted to find your services, they know how much it's gonna cost them and how long it's gonna take them for you to, expect the services. So I hope you learn a thing or two about pricing, and I hope it helps. I'm Jackson, and I'll see you guys again next time. Alright, hey, that's good.